Hi, thought I'd make a video response, which I don't do very often, but which I thought I would in this case. And for starters, yes, Bischoff is a moron, uh, and I wish that it would take something less than TNA failing even more than it is to make him see that he's wrong, and to make him see that maybe he isn't perfect, and Russo isn't perfect. I mean, fuck, how can you not see that? And Hogan isn't perfect. I mean, he's not. Whoever told this guy, Hogan, I mean, that he could book? I don't know. But there, I guess he didn't get the message when WCW folded. And I guess Russo didn't get the message either, because Russo feels the same way, from all I've heard. But I guess if that's what it's going to take, and if that's what is going to convince TNA to get rid of these guys and hire somebody more competent with more sense, so that the company can get back on the right track and hopefully get good, then so be it. Now, I want to address the fact that there are a lot of old guys, and you said guys over 50. Now, with Hall no longer there, I think there's only 4 guys who are 50 or older. Sting, Nash, Flair, and Hogan. And there are some guys who are in their late 30s or who are in their 40s. And of course, at that age, you slow down. But it depends on the individual. Like you said, there's Angle. RVD is almost 40, but he can still go, obviously. I think Jeff Jarrett, as far as what he does in between the ropes is concerned, can still put on more or less matches of the same quality as he always did. How good those are is a matter of personal opinion. But, Sting and Nash should just hang up their boots. And much as I love Mick Foley and as a promo guy and just as a human being, because I think he's a great guy, I think that his best days are behind him. I mean, it's a combination of age and all the crap his body's been through. So he can probably still contribute something to the product, but not as far as actually putting on matches is concerned. The one thing they could use these older guys for is to put over younger talent. I mean, I don't think that Ric Flair has any business wrestling anymore, but the one good thing that he's done is that he's put over Jay Lethal and let Jay Lethal beat him. And that's what they ought to have RVD do. That's what they ought to have Nash and Sting do. And hell, even guys who are under 35, like Anderson and Hardy, they ought to be putting over younger talent, so that not just Jay Lethal, but either of the guys from Beer Money, either of the guys from Motor City Machine Guns. And by the way, Kevin Nash was supposed to put over Chris Sabin in a singles feud years ago, but of course he didn't because he's Kevin Nash. If they did that, then that would be good planning for the future, and it would be the smart thing to do. But of course, they're not, because they don't know their ass from their elbow, and it's Russo and it's Bischoff, and I think Hogan said once that nobody under 40 could draw, which, yeah, that's absolutely moronic. So, that being said, let me see what else. Yes, the storylines, nonsensical. And there was, a recent example is the thing with Nash and Jarrett and Sting. And Russo thinks that he's a lot more coherent than he is when he writes this stuff. Because there was one time when Kevin Nash was saying something like, at first I thought that Hogan and Bischoff were the guys who dropped the deuce in the punch bowl, but then I thought maybe you dropped the deuce in the punch bowl, Jeff. And Jarrett said, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I don't think anybody did. I mean, okay, yes, I get that taking a dump in the punch is going to ruin the party. So Nash is presumably saying that somebody, Bischoff, Hogan, Jarrett, whoever, is ruining TNA. But he doesn't explain how. He doesn't elaborate on why. We need more information if you want us to get into this, if it's going anywhere, which I'm not sure it is. And and then there's all the stuff with Sting, and he just goes around randomly attacking people, and he thinks that it should be evident why he's doing this, but it is not evident. If he, okay, let's think about how this could make sense. Let's assume that Sting is concerned about the direction of the company and thinks that Bischoff and Hogan are just in it for themselves. Why doesn't he just say so? Why doesn't he, warn Dixie? Or why doesn't he fucking get on the mic and say, hey, Hogan and Bischoff are taking this company in a direction that is going to kill it? Why doesn't he do that? That would be a lot more effective, I think, than acting like a fucking crazy person and going around attacking random people. And it would save a lot of time, because this thing has dragged out a long time, like so many other Russo storylines. They ought to get to the climax or even the ending of this feud, and just have Sting and Nash say in so many words what it is they're so pissed about. And finally, because I'm running out of time, so I better wrap this up, there is Samoa Joe and that kidnapping thing, which everybody seems to have forgotten about. But something that is a bit interesting is that when Joe was kidnapped, we saw a little video of him where after he was kidnapped, where he said, "They have spoken." And of course, Abyss has been talking about they and them and all that. So maybe there was plans for Joe to be taking orders from them, like Abyss is. But by now, of course, if they follow through on that, nobody's going to remember it, apart from me and like 4 other people. So yeah, they waited too long, and they should have put more thought into this. But, you know, it is what it is at this point, and it's TNA, and it's a sad state of affairs, and hopefully if enough people stop watching, that will send a message, and that will affect change. And that's about it. That's where I'll wrap it up. I enjoy your videos. Keep them coming. And have a good one.